Hello, beautiful soul. Let's talk about dating. Dating nowadays can be tricky, especially when we rely to some extent on dating apps. That's why I want to share with you today with 5 tips taken from my experience, how to use those dating apps and not to lose your mind, not to go crazy. Number 1, have fun. I remember one of my biggest mistakes that I was making for many years was taking dating very seriously, to the extent where I was limiting my choices because I thought it needs to be perfect. So first of all, my choice of the man that I click on needs to be perfect to a certain degree. And once we match, the date also need to go quite well. And following advice of one of my friends, Megan, she challenged me at some point and she said, Kasia, we need to change your attitude to dating on this specific app. You need to chill out. And she said, first of all, you need to start going out on more dates at the same time, with different men. Because, and that's how she explained it to me, because when you meet different men during 1 week, 2 or 3, you notice very quickly what you like, what you don't like, and your intuition starts working better. And she was right. It was a challenge for me at the start. I couldn't imagine dating more than one man at a time before that conversation. But I have to say, she helped me to click on more men and see them throughout the week, meet in different locations, just casual meetings. And I noticed very quickly whom I like, whom I don't like, what I like about those people, what I don't like. And it helped me to focus more on what I really like. So have fun. Don't take it so seriously. Number 2, when you choose radius, how far that person should be located, how far away should that person be located away from you? Okay, maybe we don't want to go across the continents, although you never know. Some people are relocated temporarily, but you can expand your radius from, for example, 10, 20 kilometers to 100 kilometers, because you never know. People nowadays can be flexible. Many of us have also remote jobs. And I remember when I met my true love, we have lived away from each other about 30, 40 kilometers. And I started driving to him quite often because he had a little daughter. So that was a little bit inconvenient, although when we started dating, adrenaline was so high and feelings were so high that I could drive as much as I want to, as that didn't matter, the distance didn't matter. And now we bought this beautiful house together and we live in the same place together, so that 40 kilometers makes no difference today. So give it a chance, you never know. Number 3, when you go on those dates and there is something that you can really feel, something is off, don't waste your time. Move on. Don't waste your time trying to convince yourself that maybe he's not that bad. I remember myself thinking many times exactly that thought. Maybe he's not that bad. What does that mean anyway? If I need to convince myself from the start that he is not that bad, that means it's time to move on and keep looking. When we've been trying many times without much luck, it's easier for us to kind of lower our standards or start doubting ourselves. Maybe I should try something completely new. But there is a difference when we date someone and decide to continue dating because we really feel that connection, not only on the intellectual level, but also on this physical and emotional level. That is a very important aspect, because being high achievers, being independent, well-educated, ambitious women, we can use our brain, but sometimes it hinders our attempts to find true love. So trust your intuition. When something feels off, move on and keep looking. Number 4, how do you approach rejection? It's very important to change our perspective to rejection from the start. I started viewing rejection as a gift. Of course, throughout the experience, you might be the person who rejects someone, and you might be rejected, and that's okay. Rejection doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that you are worse or he's worse. It just means that we're not meant for each other. And when we get rejected, or when we reject, it means that we are given space, or we give space to that other person to have a chance to meet someone we or they resonate with truly. So treat rejection as a gift. And when you have to reject someone, again, treat it as a gift. You give it as a gift. You reject as a gift, because you give that person a chance without wasting their time and without your time being wasted, to find someone that both of you resonate with naturally. And the same with ghosting. If you are being ghosted, don't try to fool yourself and say, maybe something happened in his life. Maybe. But if you are being ghosted, move on. If something genuinely happened in his life, he will find a way to you to explain it. Otherwise, see it as it is. That person is not holding a contact with you. So either send a message saying that openly, naming your feelings, asking if there is any reason, if that person wants to continue the relationship or not, or friendship or the dating. But don't wait by the phone hoping that he will write back, because it started so well. And number 5, when you go on those dates, ask yourself, does that person add something to my life or takes away from it? It's one of the very important questions that can become your lighthouse in this fog, in the stormy waters of dating. It's an important question, because when in the dating life, you already at that stage notice that you feel energetically depleted, you feel like you went on a date feeling giddy and joyful, and you come back home feeling nervous and a little bit down. These are important signs that are worth listening to. But when you come home and you feel lighter and you are equally joyful and giddy, and you notice that your partner, your new dating partner, is feeling the same, carry on. But ask yourself that question. Does that person take something away from my life, even if it's a change, energetical change, emotional change? Or does that person add some joy? Because at the end of the day, if that energy sucks on the first dates, imagine what a true life filled with problems and conflicts will look like. So, to summarize, have fun when you date. Expand your radius, how far away from each other you are. You never know. There might be quite a lot of flexibility. Don't waste your time and move on when you feel that something is off. Number 4, change your attitude to rejection and ghosting. And 5, ask yourself, does he add to my life or takes away from it. These are just 5 tips taken from my dating life. And can we find love on a dating app? True love? Well, my answer is yes. I have been happily engaged with my partner, whom I found on Tinder 3.5 years ago. So it is possible. And what used to annoy me a lot when my friends were saying, Kasia, just remember, when you know, you know. When I was asking, how will I know that it's the one? How will I know? Well, actually, they were right. When I saw him, the first minute, the first 10 seconds, when we were saying hello, when we got out of our cars to say hello on the first date, there was a spark that I couldn't compare to anything else. I'm not saying that the spark is going to be always present on that first date, but there is something in that saying, when you know, you know. I keep fingers crossed for your luck finding true love. And I truly believe that love happens. Just keep believing. Don't lose your faith. It's going to happen. You deserve love. And it's just here. You're gonna attract it. I believe in your happy ending. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. I'll see you soon. And if you like those tips, please subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. And share with the content, like and share. Let's spread the love around. See you soon.